Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Yeah, am I audible? Is the screen visible?
So you're audible, but screen is not visible.
Just a minute. Can you see the presentation?
Yes, sir. Now it's visible.
So I think we were discussing in the previous class regarding websites, web contents, and related things, web pages, web contents, clients. I hope that the difference between static and dynamic web pages has been understood and resolved. Any doubts there? As we can see, now, I think let us have a look at this particular diagram once again. So multiple clients and multiple servers. Multiple clients can access multiple servers. But a single server can cater to multiple clients. This is a very basic picture image of how internet works. Client side, which is there on the left side, that is the client, desktop, laptop, etc. You have internet, you have a web server, and then database. So whatever the information uh, the server has is stored in this web server as well as a database. There is a software on the server side which is called as the web server. What is the task of web server? Requests which are sent from client side, they are processed by the web server, and then if any database is to be fetched, that is fetched and then sent back to the client. So this is the basic working. Now, as far as our domain is concerned, our interest is concerned in this particular topic, we are focusing on the web server part. So we are focusing on developing some applications or developing the web pages which can be accessed by clients. So we are going to develop some applications, web server, web pages, websites, web content, accessing it using a website. So we are most of the times in this syllabus are related with the server side. So find out how we study certain languages which are uh, useful for developing those web pages. So we have seen this in the last class, notable examples of websites where Wikipedia, Google, Amazon, um, Internet Protocol, and then local area network and uniform resource locators, any complete name of a particular website. So we also studied regarding the home page and then the landing page. So what is the task of the website development? Static pages, dynamic pages also we have seen in the previous class. So this is where we stopped in the last class. How to build a website. So get a I had told you last time. I hope you have gone through that one. How to register a website and how to get a web domain. So that is one part. That is a non-technical part. It is something which we have to apply and then immediately you'll get it. And there are lots of people um, who can get it done for you also. You develop a website and then they'll get it registered and obtain a domain name for you. Uh, Set up a website in the sense what uh, find out the structure. You have particular say what do you call it as you call it as a particular site map, a website for the site map, which should be the web page, which should be the landing page, etc., etc. And I can give an example for this one. Just bear with me for till I open that particular page. You can just enter your attendance. All of you are well versed with the term sitemap. Yes. You've heard the term sitemap. Obviously, you must have heard the term sitemap. I hope you understand what is a sitemap. Let me try to open a particular image of a sitemap so that it is easily understandable. Yes, anybody knows what is a sitemap? Can you define what is a sitemap? Anyone? You can have a look at this. Yeah. So basically, you have got a home page, which is the first page or the default page. This is when you visit a particular website. This will be the one which is displayed. Then there are different tabs. You can display it in forms of tabs, in the forms of drop-down images, etc., etc. Now, publications, events, about, career, news, membership, etc., etc. And then, excuse me, each of them has got different things. So each box or each rectangle here represents a particular web page. All of them together is called as a website because they are bundled in a particular website. I hope you are getting a idea about what is a sitemap. So here what we are supposed to do is set up a website. So how do you set up a website? The first thing what we are supposed to do is uh, declare a or create a sitemap. So which is the home page, then how the flow of the web, or how the flow of the website goes from which page to which page and back to web page and other things. Then the next step is design a website. So how the pages should be aligned, how the pages should look, what are the contents of those pages, how the pages are related to each other, how the pages are linked to each other, which page should contain a link to which particular page, and so on. So all the details. It also contains the structure of the page, color combination, and other things. Then add the contents. Some visual contents are there, some audio contents are there, some video contents, some image contents will be there. Then you have got textual contents. So all those contents are to be added to that particular website. Then customization and tweaks. So make some changes. You don't want a menu option here, put it somewhere else, not on the left side, right, the right side. Put say some buttons there, here and there. So those things are called as the customization tweaks. And then check for the bugs and errors. Now there is a possibility that if you click on a website, sometimes it might lead to nowhere. So you have provided a link, but there is no landing page. So in such cases, check for the bugs and the errors. And then finally, the deployment part takes. These are the basic steps which you're supposed to do for the website. Now, can anybody throw some light on what is the process of getting the web hosting and registering a domain name? Have you gone through it?
Yes, sir.
Anybody? Yeah. Can you just
Yes,
throw
sir.
the yes? What is the process?
So like we can make a account on any of the hosting company like GoDaddy, Hostinger,
Hmm.
Namecheap, and we can buy a domain also from there, like from them only, and we can host like a website on them with
Yes.
their server.
Yes. And what is the typical hosting cost?
If you start with basic, then around 3,000
Yeah,
on Hostinger,
around 3,000.
4,000.
Yes, that is 3,000 per year. And then if you want to
Yeah,
register
yeah,
your
sir.
domain, the domain registration starts approximately from 500 rupees. Uh,
Approx.
so from you can register it, but hosting charges are different. So registration charges are different, hosting charges are different. So what happens is once you register yourself and once you um, uh, pay them the amount, then they'll give you one particular domain name www.gccbgm.org or any name which is available, you can choose it. They will register that particular domain name, which is called as URL, Uniform Resource Locator. You'll get any particular name also can be there. Who is the, for example, there are so many students here. Now you can have, now the rules also have changed. You can have Rachna Pujari was Pujari was the last one to give her attendance. You can have rachnapujari.com or rachnapujari.in. Now the rules are so flexible nowadays that you can have Rachna.Pujari also, or Pujari.Rachna also. So you can have it. So that will be the domain name. So anybody wants to access that particular website, they have to type in that particular domain name. So registering is the only one part of the process. Next, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to host it also. How the hosting is done, there are certain companies which will host on your part, or you can do it on your own also. On your own, it's a little bit complicated process. Rather than complicated, it requires more resources. Like you should have sufficient suitable bandwidth. You should have sufficient suitable internet connection, etc., etc. But if you outsource it to some company, they will host it on their server, but the domain name will be yours. So remember this. This can be a 5 marks question also. They may ask you for this. What are the steps to build a website? So first, always remember, first register and then find a host where you're going to host it. Set up a website, have a um, particular sitemap for your website. Then you have design those things, which page should look like this, what are the links and all those things. Then populate it. Content is to be added to the particular website. Customize it. If you make changes according to your requirement, you want a drop down menu, you want this one. There are different types of web pages and other things. Uh, then check for the bugs and errors. You can also deploy. The last part is deploy. Now, one off-track information, not off-track, related information only. Uh, have you heard about the name WordPress?
Yes, sir.
Uh, yeah,
Yes, sir.
this is the practical information, not the theoretical information related to this. Very relevant information. I can see WordPress is one particular company or organization which provides your website, which helps you with your website. Now, what happens is now we are learning how to develop an individual page. Now, here you have got different kinds of pages only. Now, we can see here, if you can see, if you want to develop, if you want to create your own blog, if you want to create your own website, if you want to purchase a domain, you want to create an e-commerce website. Suppose so many of you are probably coming from a entrepreneur background. Families might be hosting or having some business, so you want to take it online, or you want to create your own website, e-commerce website for that particular thing, like Amazon Flipkart, they're on a different level, they're very big. So if you want to have a small setup for your organization only, your family business, then you can have your e-commerce website, self-hosted solutions, and this. Now suppose, for example, I will click on website. So here I want one particular, I want to purchase. Developing is difficult for everybody. Non-computer science people, it will be difficult for them because they don't have the background. Now here, what you can do is, you can just click on website, start your website. You'll get lots of templates here. Now, first you need to register out of this. Uh, Register this, you'll get lots of templates. If you search for templates, you'll get different kinds of templates. You can see here. Yeah. Template means one particular structure, predefined, previously created structure of a web page. So you'll get, there are different kinds of templates which are available. See, you can see the video of this one. Online stores you can have, and then you can have all-in-one templates. You can contact this, create an account, and then find about this. I'll search for educational. there is another provider who gives you different kinds of website templates. You can choose from this one, which is called as the theme forest. You can see here. So this is one particular template, uh, which the WordPress theme. So when I click on this one, the pricing of this is about $25. You can have a look at this. If I click on this live review, so this is how we are going to your website. This particular template is going to look. So you'll be having your company name will come here. Then there'll be, so you can have company name here. Your drop down boxes will be there and other things. You can customize this. Then it will be like this. Scroll down pages will be like this. You can provide different images over here. First image, default image, second default image, third default image. This is called a structure of a particular web page. Like this, you can add different kinds of images for your organization. And then if you want to customize, you can customize. Where all this comes into picture here, this comes into picture here. Set up the design of the website. Remember those pages, those are web pages which are available in the templates. Those pages can be developed by your own. This thing you can do it on your own, or you can purchase the ones which are ready made. So our objective here is how to develop those web pages, how to create those web pages using HTML and XML. Once that is done, as you can see here, once that is done, you purchase this or you develop on your own. Once that is done, you will be having the task of developing or adding the contents to this. See, you can see lots of information can be added to a particular predefined template will be there. So you just have to add a content to this. If you directly purchase this, you can add a contents. Now, our case, we are not purchasing it, we are developing it. So we'll see how to develop those things. So once that they are developed, we are going to add this. Then customization and clicks. As you can see here, I don't want events tab here. I want it somewhere else. Or I want the events tab first and then WooCommerce later. I want to add one more tab over here, drop down menu. So all those things come under customization and clicks. So once that is done, they will host it for you, or you can host it on your own and then check it, which is called as the beta version, whether it is working properly or not. So once everything is you signed for certain things. The other day, I think I had shared some link with the class representatives regarding Belgium Smart City. Uh, One of your seniors, one of our own alumni has developed a website for Belgium Smart City, which is related to COVID, and he wants to check it out whether that is working properly or not. So that information I had shared it with your class representatives. Uh, CR and LR, have you shared it with the other students?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
It's been shared.
yeah. So
We
you
had
can be
sent
a
it on the class group.
Yeah, you can be a part of that one. You'll understand it's very relevant to this particular subject. So they have given you a beta version, and then please do log in and please do check out whether give your feedbacks how that particular thing works. So once that is done, that is checking for the bugs and errors, then it will be deployed. So um, you can just I urge everybody to go through that one and then give a feedback. You can get an internship also during your sixth semester or even after your BCA. You can get an internship with that particular company, so it will be quite useful. So do go ahead with that. Any of you have got plenty of free time now. Utilize it in a proper way. At least I'm expecting at least 50% of the class to enroll for that particular thing. So next part is what do you mean by a web content and authoring? So for every page, you create some contents or you write some contents. So that is called as the web content and authoring. And then defining the content records that populate the content rest. In simple terms, whatever the text, visual data, and other things which you are adding, that is called as web content authoring. So find out what is to be added and then add that particular thing with uh, so once the content is ready, or once the textual data is ready, then you're supposed to have the graphics design, the looks part of a website. It's the use of graphics, typography, graphs, images, and other things to communicate an idea. Again, since we are using this one, let me give you some live demo of this. Let me go to one of the websites. Now you can see here. Once I go to a website, any news website, you can see there are different navigations. I can call this as navigations. You can see there is information regarding the cyclone. Now this is the main tag. Live TV, latest Corona, India, etc. is the main tag. This I call it as a primary navigation. This is called as the primary navigation. This is the home page. This is the link to home page. Although we are in the home page, if I click on the link to home page, so again it will take to the home page. One thing which is to be remembered here is that this particular link should be there on all the pages of the website. That is a good habit. Any page you go, this link should be there. So you should provide a link back to the user. Now, on top, you can see NDTV, Hindi, business, movies, cricket, tech. This is called as the secondary navigation. Now, what we'll do is the most relevant topic, most talked about topic. We'll see the corona related information. Now, here, if you can see, there are different kinds of informations which are available over. The information can be a textual format, information can be in the graphical format. Now, you can see here the information is given in the graphical format. Enough cases, there has been a decrease. Enough, you have got active cases, there has been a decrease. Recovery rate has been increasing. Deaths, it has decreased, and then again it has increased over there. If I click on the active tab, or if I click on the states, I can see here automatically the table changes according. First one you can see this is sorted in the order of A to Z. This is sorted in the order of reverse order. And then you can see here the cases. You can see again this is in the reverse order, ascending, descending order. Again active cases ascending, descending order. You can see all the cases over there. Next information is the graphical information. So how many vaccine shots have been given? Day wise last 7 days information. It is available over here. So how the vaccine is there. So the pace of vaccine, how it is given, that information is there. So x-axis gives the date, y-axis gives the number of vaccines given on that particular date. So this is as far as the world is concerned. You can see China is the first one, in second is US, and then third is India. So these countries have given uh, that many number of vaccine shots. So for example, I can see here highest is on this particular day. That is somewhere between 20th and 30th March. 30th March, you have got 40.5 lakh vaccines have been given. That is what we are related. So all those things come under graphic design. So all these things come under graphics designers. This is the task of the graphics designers. What they do, decide how website looks, making choices about the layouts, fonts, images, create usable and aesthetically pleasing websites. So that is one information. So you have got information on one hand, how the information is to be displayed very effectively. That is the task of a graphics designer. And mind you, um, graphics designers are very well paid also. They've got lots of plenty of useful career options as far as graphics designing is concerned. And this subject will help you in that particular thing. So you can, in case if there is a graphics designer inside you, then you can activate that particular part of your brain using this particular. Um, that was about the basics of the website, web content authoring, and other things related, other related things. Now, the supplementary thing which we are supposed to learn here is the scripting language. What is a scripting language and how that is. If I have to define a scripting language in a simple way, okay. Let me first give an example of a scripting language and then specify with this. Have you heard about watching matches and other things? There is one particular website which comes and they repeatedly ask you to get yourself insured. What is that particular website? Anyone remembers that website? Somebody comes and says, get insured, go to this particular website and then get insured. Have you heard the term policybazaar.com?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So have you visited policybazaar.com anytime?
Sir, not yet.
Okay, let us visit now. Let us
No,
check
sir.
out how now this is if you can say here. Uh, See, there are different kinds of insurances which are available for this. Term life insurance, health insurance, investment plans. You should start investing now. By the way, even the smallest, borrow 500 rupees from your parents a month and start investing. That's a good option. Uh, Car insurance and then two-wheeler insurance and other things. Now, I am giving example of this one with respect to scripting languages. You can just find out how this particular thing works. Now, what I'll do is, um, see, the moment I clicked on car insurance, so it will take me to some page. Now, I need to enter my car number. Suppose, for example, I'll enter one number. You can see here, the moment I enter my car number, so automatically it will fetch from the RTO website. It will fetch all the details, relevant details regarding this one. Now, yeah, you can see here, select this one. You can try with your this one also. Car insurance, let me not check out because it is already enabled. I'll just enter a bike. It is due for renewal. So enter your bike number, and then what it does is it will fetch the details of your bike and how it is done and other things from the RDO website. So if the RDO website, you can see here. See, if you can see here, vehicle details. Yeah, it will show all the details of the vehicle. So I have entered a vehicle number. So after entering the vehicle number, it shows the manufacturer, it shows the vehicle, and then it shows the year of registration. And then if I give the codes for this, I may not enter anything. I'll just say this one. I can select this zero depreciation or anything. So there are different types of codes. You can see here. Only third party only enough. Selected third party comprehensive package. So let me select a comprehensive package. You will get like this 802, 835, 872, etc. etc. So on. Just have to click on this, whichever I want, and then automatically you'll see here 1 year plan, 2 year plan, 3 years plans, etc. So all these will come here. Select your if you want personal accident cover, that also you can select. So once you do this one, so what happens is the policy will come here. If you make an online payment, um, the policy is mailed or couriered to your location. So you did not visit a particular center. The purpose of showing this particular thing was that there are different. Now, I'll design a website. I'll add a particular thing. I'll add this particular web page. I'll add a text box. I'll add the submit button, and then there is some logic which is to be um, applied to this. What is the logic? Logic is obtain the information which is entered in the text box once the user clicks on OK button or view prices button or submit button, and then go to that particular RTO website, fetch the details, and then display this particular information. That is vehicle details and other things. So here, this particular task is done by the scripting language. I hope you are understanding what is the use of a scripting language. So it does the processing task. It does the logical task, or it does the task of performing logical tasks. Using HTML, hypertext markup language will only develop a web page. But for the logics or for the things which are to be applied to that particular thing, we require a scripting language. So what a scripting language does, it gets the information from the user and then processes it and then gives the result. So our web page is a combination of website as well as a scripting language. Any static website does not require a scripting language, but whereas any dynamic website which keeps on changing or which is interactive, which accepts the data from the user and processes it and gives the information to the user. Such kind of websites require a scripting language. So what is a scripting language? It's a programming language designed for integrating and communicating with other programming languages. Where it resides in the website web page on the client side as well as on the server side. Although scripts are widely employed, they have been recently associated with the World Wide Web. What does this mean? This means that scripting language was introduced almost 25-30 years back, but since the websites, web pages, World Wide Web, internet, everything has been relevant of in the recent times. That is where it is being used. So scripting language is a programming language. It's having a special runtime environment and then automates the execution of tasks. It is not like a regular programming language. It somewhat works little bit differently, which we'll understand how different it is from the programming language. It's a programming language, but not exactly called as a programming language. It is called as a scripting language because its working atmosphere, its working way, and other things are different. You need not run this program manually. It is a interpreted language, not a compiled language. And then most important thing which uh, is associated with the scripting language is that you can combine easily run. You have a particular software program. A software program is a combination of HTML and scripting language. You can insert a scripting language inside a HTML language. So it's called as embedded part of a thing. That is one thing to be remembered. The spectrum of scripting languages ranges from very small to highly domain-specific languages and general purpose programming languages are used for. That means what even for a smaller website to say rockets everywhere, the scripting language is used. Uh, as we have seen, it is a domain-specific language to a general purpose programming languages. Uh, some of the examples of scripting languages are Bash, Unix. Unix commands you must have seen. Shell script, have you heard about that one? That is also a scripting language. So it basically originated from Unix and then ECMA script, which is nowadays called as the JavaScript, most widely used, most popular language, scripting language, which we also are going to learn in our this particular subject. Then for the web, this used for the web browsers. Visual Basic is used for you. I think you do not have Visual Basics. It is previous version of C Sharp. You're learning C Sharp. Visual Basic was the previous version of C stuff. There are lots of scripting languages like Lua is there, Ruby is there, Python is there, which you already have learned. Perl is. So the uses, why do we use, what is the main objective for using a scripting language and other things, we'll check out in the next class. If you have any doubts here, you can ask. Any doubts here?
No, sir.
No, sir.
I can go through this one here. Anybody does the insurance renewal on their own, or you're dependent upon your parents for that one?
So we do on our own.
How?
So on we get those websites now. Like I go for New India Assurance, and
Yeah, you can see here.
we don't buy. We just pay the
Yes.
policy.
Yeah. What you have been doing is you only go to, since you have a new India assurance policy, you in the sense, I'm telling in general, you directly go to new India assurance policy. Now, what you can do is try this one. Put your vehicle number here and policy buzzer and check out. Comprehensive is there, third party insurance is there. Select any one of them and you'll get the cheapest quote. But don't go by the rates only. Check out for 1 year, 2 years. If your vehicle is relatively new, go for 2 year plan or 3 years plan. Personal accident cover, uh, definitely enable this. I pray that we never get that particular thing, but still better to opt for that particular thing. Or you want to comprehensive or third party, that also you can decide over. You can just give a try over. Everything is online here, and then you'll get it reviewed. You can just try. This will help. Knowledge of this particular website will help
Yes,
you.
sir. Even tried with mutual funds and all that.
Yes, good. You
We've
should
tried
start.
with that.
Yeah, I should start now. Start investing. At least 500 per month, start investing now.
Yes,
Fine
sir.
then. Assuming that no doubts, we'll see